Good morning. I am Blake coming to you from Canton-Galva News, and I am here to bring you an interview of the new science teacher and one of her students. The new science teacher to come to Canton-Galva is Miss Smith, and her student that I interviewed was Emily, a senior of Canton-Galva. I asked Miss Smith what she thought of Canton-Galva, and I was surprised that she said that she enjoyed it so far. I wasn't expecting that from the new teachers. I also asked her how she likes her classes that she is teaching, and it caught me off guard that she said she likes them, but some are going to be challenging and that she likes a challenge. She said that she likes teaching biology the most, and that is her profession, and she wants to help society. She took to teaching because she always loved science and wanted to make a difference. One of Miss Smith's students I interviewed was Emily, which is a senior this year at Canton-Galva. Emily said her thoughts on new science teacher. She thinks Miss Smith seems really nice and a cool teacher to be around. Emily thinks that Miss Smith is better than the last two science teachers because she's more involved into the classes. Emily also likes the way Miss Smith teaches because Miss Smith is more of a hands-on teacher. Emily thinks that Miss Smith will stay for more than a year because Miss Smith has family here and sees a lot of potential in her students. She also thinks that Miss Smith is a good person outside of school and doesn't take to slacking off in classes.
Hello, I'm Jameson Nichols reporting for CG News, and today I'm going to be talking about the Chromebooks. Mr. Howie, the tech guy of Canton-Galva, has said about the Chromebooks was, all students have the opportunity to have access to the technology. Then the Chromebooks could also be used for all classes. The plan is to always have them. The Chromebooks are in a 3-year rotation as well. The students will get a new one every year, and after the 3-year term, then they'll be used down at the grade schools. The school had a large portion to begin with, and the school only really needed 60 more to do the program. The school does receive a grant. It's a federal grant. It's where the school has had the purchase of the Chromebooks for years. Chromebooks don't cost as much as computers do. If a Chromebook was to be broken, the student would have to pay for a new Chromebook, and forgetting it is just like forgetting your textbook. Students misuse the camera privileges and disrupting class, and so Mrs. McManus asked Mr. Howie to turn off the camera, and so he did. And he also only made it so students can go on Google Docs and Drive. Students will get their Chromebook taken away if misused. After that, I went to go ask a student some questions about the Chromebooks. Cheyenne Bemis says that they work well for Drive and other things that it programs, but the restrictions are a little bit too much. There's too many restrictions on Google. The Chromebooks are annoying at times, especially on the bus because it hits all the seats, she says. It does help in classes though. You can have the assignments with you and pull it up whenever and take it home. She's really not worried about leaving it at home.
Hi, I'm Chantal with CG News, and I'm going to be talking about this year's volleyball team. These girls have made a good effort this year to pick up the games and get in shape for the season. Coach Bressie has tried different things to improve the players' well-being. We are trying new workouts to help us not only at the beginning, but to keep us in shape at the end of the season, says Bressie. Canton-Galva has also given the team a great amount of support. Coach says, we had a great crowd at the fall sports preview. She says her #1 advice is to hustle and communicate. Bressie says the only way to help someone new practice is to just include them in everything the team is doing. Now we have an interview from another player who has been on the team for several years. Bethany Schott says the team has been making great efforts in summer practices, trying out weights for the season. The #1 thing to help a player improve is to see what needs improvement and give helpful tips, says Bethany. One thing she added was getting a pep section increased. We encourage each other and pick each other up when we are down, says Bethany. She says Coach Bressie would be referred to someone because she tells you how it is and what to fix in practice. Bethany strongly believes this year's team has progressed more than the years past because they are playing together on the court rather as an individual.
My name is Cheyenne Bemis, and my topic was new students. I I interviewed Jada Richardson and I asked her how the year was going, and she had replied that the year was going good so far. I had asked her about her teachers this year, and so far she said that they were going well and that her favorite would be Miss McManus. So far she hasn't really missed anything about the grade school, but she found math most difficult here. Devin, a freshman, he hasn't felt that anything has changed much from junior high to freshman year, and he finds his electives cool. He finds his English class the hardest, and his favorite teacher so far is Mr. Bleezer. He looks forward to the computers classes in the next 3 years.